So next question on the list is directly for Vincenzo. What would you suggest for buyers to rebuild their credit score towards their suppliers during the pandemic?
Thank you, and that is the question for a lot of companies out there. So I'm glad that we get a chance to discuss it. And this is my personal view. Obviously, anybody else that wants to join in as well. But the first step I would say is knowledge. You need to know what your score is, what your perception, what company's perception of your score is. Mm-hmm. So the first thing is, you'd be surprised by how many companies have no idea about what data is available on them in the market. Mm-hmm. So the first thing would be to do a self-check with data providers to see what their position is. That way they can see where they are weak. If they're scored as weak in some specific factor, they can say, okay, I need to work on that. For example, you were mentioning cash flow is very important, obviously, but anywhere else that they may be weak, they know that that's the target. So the first step is knowledge, know your score. Mm-hmm. The second, if you're talking about specifically, and that will apply more towards new clients. If you're looking at your own existing suppliers, how you build credit with them, which was more the focus of your question. The other thing I would say is talk to them. We've seen in this world that we're not able to travel anymore to our clients, suppliers, and partners. We're not able to visit them. We need to reestablish channels of communication. Talk to them. Let them know. Back to the idea that I mentioned before about that you're back in business. Let them know that you're active, that you're able to provide them. Understand what their needs are, so that you can kind of build again from that. You need to show them a plan. You were mentioning before, you must have ideas and a plan. Talk to your suppliers and your clients. Talk to them about what your plan is, what you're trying to do. Work with them in the ecosystem kind of way to tell them this is what I plan to do. And so because credit is also about trust, and you need to show, in order to get trust, you need to show them that you have a plan that you can get out of this. The final point that I would say is, consider that you've gone back a few steps. So how did you start your business? Well, you probably started small. You didn't start by getting a huge credit for a massive shipment of goods. You probably started small. So to rebuild your credit, don't go all out for the big score at the moment the pandemic is over. Start small again. Start getting little credit, rebuild trust, rebuild the credit history with your own suppliers, and then from that you can grow. That would be my advice.